I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber, coming to you on LinkedIn Live. Sorry, on YouTube Live. Sorry, we're jumping through hoops here. So, man, tonight's a big giveaway. Now, if you're new here, if you've never been here before, or even if you have been before, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you ring the bell because we're going to do something pretty cool later, and we're going to start doing it on a regular basis. Now, as you can see, I have Mr. Mike Hudson with me from Ferguson. And this is neat because, well, Mike, introduce yourself to everybody. Tell them what you do and who all you do it for.
Okay, so Michael Hudson, work for Ferguson Enterprises. I manage the what we call hangers, tools, and safety business for the state of Texas. Everything to install large diameter piping down to small piping, all the tools that go with it, and all the safety gear as well.
Now, I'm glad he's sitting down because he's like a foot taller than me and be like, man, I know, see? I know. So it's like, anyway. But the cool thing is, we brought him in because we wanted to talk about tools, but also we're doing a big giveaway tonight. We're actually giving away a Ridgid K60 sectional drain cleaning machine. And, man, you're going to have to hang around to figure out what you're going to have to do to win it. You will have to be there. And we'll do it all at once. And it's going to be fun because I'm going to be looking for certain things. Anyway, let's jump into the chat real quick. Says, see, starting off right. How do I enter the giveaway? Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. I'm trying to get everything situated here. But whether you're new here, whether you've been here before, welcome. If you like finding good value, if you love to have your opinion heard, but also you like hearing the opinion of others, if you really have fun doing what you do, if you love freaking taking care of your customers, man, this is a great place to be. I am trying to pull up the live chats over on this screen, and I've got my chats over here, and I'm going to run right through them here in just a second. I want to make sure we're not getting any sound feedback problems. There we go. So I'm live on one screen and coming to you through another. And we've already got a lot of comments in here. Of course, first one I saw was, how do I get registered? Sean Biggs, ding ding, how we doing? Miguel Boulay, how are you? And they're coming in quick. Michael Richardson says, everyone's doing. How is everyone doing? I love that. Amarillo Air Conditioning LLC says, hola. Noah Skipper, what's going on? HHSA Outdoors, anyone here purchased a K9 306? I have not. I bet you sold some though, haven't you?
Quite a few.
Sean Strong, good afternoon, crew. Hello to Mr. Steve Arloa. Everybody's doing, and I'll tell y'all right now, I'm not going to be able to get through all the comments tonight. I'm going to try really hard. Getting a water hammer in lines, could it be city water regulator? It's probably not the regulator. You've probably got air inside your house. And if it's hammering, you should have actually thought about shock arresters, different things like that. Man, whenever I first started plumbing, we put T's and stub outs on everything to help that air. Doesn't always work, but it was what we did at the time. Yeah, K9 306 is a big boy. Yes, it is. So first of all, tools.
Yes,
man, that is, and most of the people in here are residential service plumbers, or not even plumbers. We have a lot of residential service people that do a little bit of everything. It's everything No, we got plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs. We've got all kinds of people in here, which is good because Ferguson does plumbing and HVAC.
They do.
And just in case you didn't know, this video is sponsored by Ferguson. So I want to say thank you to them. You can see it pop up on the screen every now and then. And I want to say a special thanks to Ridgid. I mean, man, Ridgid gave us a cool giveaway today.
They sure did. That's an incredible gift.
Man, that is.
I'd love to have that myself.
Somebody's going to get lucky. I know. I wonder if there's any way I can win. I mean, I'm just saying it's a possibility.
Where you are doing the drawing.
You know, hey, all the names in the hat say Roger. Okay, so tools. Tools is a neat deal because that is what individual plumbers spend a ton of their money on.
Yes.
And, you know, I've talked to a lot of plumbers, and actually it's plumbers that I know will be in here tonight. And the neat thing is, one of these guys does really well. And he does well because he is almost 100% efficient. Meaning when he goes out, he bills 8 hours a day, every day. Now, guys, that's hard to do. But when I asked him one day, I said, how do you do it? He says, Roger, I have every tool on my truck you could imagine.
Right.
And that's hard to do. But, man, when you got the things that you need, man, you can make that happen.
You sure can. You sure can. Tools are a necessary evil.
I don't even call them evil, man. It's like a toy store for me.
I love tools.
I get excited.
I've been doing tools for 20 years.
Yeah.
That's what got me started with it. Started as a Bosch power tool rep. And from there, just kind of led into everything else. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
You know, and I'm lucky because I grew up, my dad worked on cars and he always bought Craftsman tools. And I mean, he babied his tools. And I see a question, how long will I be live? I'll go live for about another hour and a half. He always bought Craftsman tools. He always took good care of them, and he bought them because of the warranty.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point forward, man, all I know is, look, if I buy tools, I'm looking for a warranty.
Right.
And, man, there's some good ones out there.
Yeah, there definitely are. Very few manufacturers offer a lifetime warranty. Mm-hmm. And those that make quality products, they stand behind it.
And there's a reason. You know, that's why you make it to last a lifetime. Jesse says, I need to win. I have the Sea Snake camera across a great deal. Good for you. Is my man Raj, do you believe in beating pedophiles with a copper pipe? You know, well, I can think of a lot of things to beat them up with. Marcus Davis says, what's up? There you go. A plumbing we will go. Hello, everyone. I want to buy one, but we only use K1500s. I'm not sure if I can handle the same. Yeah. I got to tell you, this K60 you're gonna love. It's not big. It's not heavy. It's easy to move around. And man, it's got a lot of freaking torque to it.
It sure
Pretty
does.
cool tool.
Oh yeah, it's 41 pounds. Anyone can lift this machine. You can go anywhere.
Yeah, you know, when you can hand it to your apprentice and say, "Hey, get this up on the roof," and you don't have to worry about them, that is really a good deal. I want to jump down here. I just had a super chat come in. All right, let's see here. GWQB says, love you, Roger. Showed you to my trade school teacher and love showing your videos in class. Number one, thank you. And it's funny, I get a lot of trade schools. I get a lot of unions. The unions, I've got students that'll reach out to me and say, hey, my union instructor shows your videos all night in class. And it's like, well, wait, what is he doing? What's he teaching? It's like, well, he ain't teaching anything. He just shows your videos all night, which is pretty good. I do love that. But you know, at least I know that people are getting taught a good way to do it. So that's pretty good. Thank you very much. Sean Strong says, who's the handsome gentleman? Well, that would be me. Mike is just here hanging out. Sean, if you got in here late, this is Mike Hudson with Ferguson, with FEI, Ferguson Enterprises. And man, he's over tools and hangers and just all kinds of cool stuff. But we brought him in because, number one, this video is sponsored by Ferguson, but we were going to do a tool giveaway. We were talking hand tools. I mean, we had a good list of tools.
Right.
And then Mike calls says, hey, look, I worked out a pretty good deal. I got a Ridgid K60 to give away. Would you be interested? It's like, oh, heck yeah. So no, this is really neat. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about tools. And we've got the live chat over here, so we can look over here and see it, and then I can pull up comments over here. What is it that plumbers should do more to just take care of their tools? And I mean, we've got a lot of people here that are getting into the trades. We've got a lot of people that are in the trades and want to get better. And then we've got some that want to start their own business. But the cool thing is, we all invest in tools. We all invest in it on a regular basis. What should, and really not just plumbers, but technicians in general, what should they do more of to take care of their tools, make them last longer?
Yeah, I think it's a simple thing that we all can do is take care of our tools. When we're done at the end of the job, I know we're all tired, we're ready to get out of there and get home. Don't just throw them in the truck on top of each other. Some of these things are very expensive, especially a camera. A drain cleaner does not belong on top of the camera. And you've experienced this, I'm sure, right? So at first and foremost, let's just take care of those tools. Let's treat them appropriately. These aren't cheap items, especially the good ones, right? It's going to last you.
You bet.
Secondly, probably even firstly, read the owner's manual. There's a whole list of just instructions.
Do they still make those?
Yeah, they do. And I know as guys, we don't read it at all. It's just one of those things that we feel we know, or we can't have anyone telling us what to do, right? So that owner's manual is going to go through our lists on how to, break the tool down, operate it properly, clean any working movable parts, and most of these Ridgid machines, they have grease fittings. I always want to stress that because it's one of the things that when it comes back, the gears are just ground down to nothing. And, if you grease them appropriately and often, these tools will last 30, 40 years.
And that grease fitting is made to be used. It's
Yes.
not just there to, hang something on. It is made to be used. And there's so many plumbers that I mean, you got to think about it. We get out working, running, doing our day to day. We don't always think, hey, look, I need to take care of these tools at the end of the day. But you find the plumbers that do really, really well and do well on a regular basis. Part of their job is, coming in every morning, cleaning out their truck, organizing their truck, straightening their tools.
Mm-hmm.
The night before they put everything in the van, they're cleaning tools off, straightening it up, getting it all ready and organized. And I tell you what, it does. It really makes such a big difference.
Sure does.
So I'm going to jump back over here into the comments real quick. Kevin Koenig, how we doing? Good to see you in here. Man, I'm going to have to jump from New Zealand. Sean Strong says, Mr. Hudson, hello. I know. Cool thing is
hello,
we
Sean.
get a lot of people in here. GWQB says 17-year-old first-year apprentice. I will tell you this. Do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified about these. I would love for you to just jump in every now and then and say, hey, man, look, here's where I'm at. Here's what's going on with my career. Here's what I'm learning. Here's what I like. Here's what I don't like. And if you don't like Sean, don't worry. Nobody does. It's okay. No, I'm joking. Jonathan Cortez, man, we are getting ready to go. Mr. Austin is watching from Dallas. Good to see you in here. Magnolia Plumbing in the house. Got a lot of plumbers in the house tonight. I wonder why. Must be something good going on. Ashley from Magnolia. Good to see you in here. Andy, hello. Good to see you. Aiden, sorry about that. Hey, Mr. Aiden Williams. We've got Marilyn in the house. Okay, so normally I do this about now, about 15 minutes in. We're close. Got over 100 people in here. Everybody tell me where you're from and what you do. So we've got people saying, look, I'm from Maryland. I'm from Nantucket. I'm from Scotland, wherever. Who are you and what do you do? I mean, I can see who you are. Your name's there. Where are you from? What do you do? Because we get a lot of plumbers in here, but we also get HVAC techs, roofers, right, electricians. I mean, electricians come here to learn. They know plumbers are smarter. Yes. They know.
I sure do.
It is what it is.
We're all in the trades.
We are all in the trades. We all know who's smarter. Okay, so man, we got all kinds of comments just pop up. Rosanski, Texas. You ever heard of that?
No,
me either.
Virginia.
We got sewer and drain specialist from Florida. Tampa plumber, women only. Roger. New Orleans, women only. Roger. Fee. Hello, Fee. Man, if you're a woman only plumbing company, my hat's off to you. I would love to do that here in Dallas. English van building, YouTubing, DJ. Urban. I thought, wait, I know somebody in England that does that. Mr. Neil, how are you, brother? Good to see you in here. Neil does a live stream. Yeah, if y'all have not seen Urban Van Life on YouTube, go over and check it out. This guy, he builds these vans, customizes them himself. You could live in them. And I remember seeing him one day cutting a big hole in the side. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's putting a window in. I'm like, oh my God, that was so cool. I would never have the whatchamacallit to do that. In the comment, I'm just going to jump down to the bottom just because I know and I'm going to skip a lot of y'all. But I'm going to try to jump back up to where we're talking here. Bahama, Phoenix. I just want to jump through here and see what all we've got in the house. Because, man, we're giving away something pretty cool tonight. I was able to get the sound back on. I think we're doing good sound-wise. Mr. Lee Measle, good to see you in the house. Levon Plumbing. Live, we'll be going until about 5:30. Amber Porter says, my husband has been doing plumbing and heating for years. He started his own construction company last year, getting back into the plumbing apprenticeship program here in Alaska. Man, I'm glad I'm in Texas. Just saying. Don't know how that slipped out. So that he can become a journeyman plumber, so that he can expand his company. Number one, good for him. Amber, that is fantastic. I don't know. And Amber, put a comment in here. Why do y'all stay in Alaska? And I don't mean that bad. I'm sure it's beautiful. But, I mean, it's 80 degrees here today. We're in the beginning of April.
Us folks from Texas just can't understand.
It does not make sense to
compute.
us. Yeah, I talked to a guy up in Green Bay, and he's like, we work about 6 months out of the year. And I'm like, nice. Yeah, well, no, you sit in your living room for the other 6 months. Right. So, Amber, man, tell me, do y'all just love it there? Is that the case? And I'm asking seriously, because like you said, it just does not compute. How can you live when it's that cold? Man, if it's below 60 outside, I'm thinking, man, it's cold. I may want to stay indoors today. And I don't mean that bad, but, Chase is from Virginia. Claire Turner says she is the wife of the best plumber. I love that attitude. I didn't know I had another wife, though. Hello from J. Noble Benz Plumbing in Bakersfield, California. Annapolis, Maryland, residential plumber. Man, we got some plumbers in the house. Mr. Isaiah Galloway, owner and RMP of Overall Plumbing out of Rosanke, Texas. Now, Isaiah, I've known you a long time, but I don't know where Rosanke, Texas is. John Reed out of Tallahassee, Florida, sewer and drain specialist. Austin Howard, stepdad is a drain cleaner. Watching your videos reminds me of summers growing up with less cursing. Yeah, we do that, just it's normally not in front of the camera. I have good editors that can take that out just in case I accidentally hit my thumb with something, that they can make it sound okay. Sergio from Los Angeles, California, plumbing apprentice. Zach's a Montana plumber. Bill Ford, plumber from Trenton, New Jersey here. I guess y'all heard we're doing a giveaway. That's why we got so many plumbers in here. Edgar Medina says, watching this from Chicago in a trench without shoring. I hope it's under 4 feet. I hope it's like 3 foot.
Please.
Is it under? It's under 4 feet.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I've taken that course, but it's been a while.
A long time. Chase
B says, I'm from Virginia, underground utilities contractor. You're not in a trench with Edgar, are you? Because, he's in Chicago, but still in the trench. Jonathan Cortez says, Dallas, Texas. I am a leak locator, full service plumber. I love that. Jonathan, do you work for yourself or do you work for somebody else? Just curious. Look, I'm with Texas Green Plumbing and Rescue Air. We're always looking for good plumbers, good HVAC techs in the Dallas area. Aiden Williams, Tampa, Florida plumber. I got to love this. New Orleans, women only. Man, I want to start a woman-only plumbing company. I really do. Phoenix Fire Extinguisher Assembler. Good for you. From Ohio, 17 Plumbing. Do mostly rough-in work, less service. Local 17. Sean Biggs, Journeyman Brian's Plumbing in Wichita Falls. Jonathan Helms says, New York in trade school right now, wanting to start your own business. So, Jonathan, when you say you're in New York, are you going through the union? Are you going through an apprentice training program? What kind of school are you in? Matt Cummings says, wish I could find a private shop looking for first years as an adult. In my mid-30s, can't find a shop to save my life. So tell me this, because you deal with a lot of companies. And what all is your service area? Where all do you go?
My service area currently is the whole state of Texas. So I manage a team of about 14 guys, mostly outside sales, some inside sales, but that's what we cover.
Okay. And how long have you been with Ferguson? Because your name came up before I'd ever met you.
So I've been with Ferguson almost 17 years now. Before then, I was a Bosch Power Tool rep. Got hired on with Ferguson back in Washington, D.C. So shout out to all my Maryland guys out there.
There you go.
You guys are
Got some in the house.
Yep, I saw a few. Where another gentleman, myself, we kind of built a program there, and he's currently running that program out of the Baltimore location up there, and he does drain cleaning service and repair as well.
Good deal. So 17 years.
17 years, long time.
So your name came up. Mike Hudson's name came up whenever I first started talking with Ferguson about doing a sponsorship deal. With me being in the Dallas area, and I'm assuming you're based in this area.
I do. I live in Keller.
Okay. My little brother lives in Keller, so feel sorry for you. No, it's a great place. Just, my little brother's a neighbor. See, got another one right here, Maryland Apprentice. But your name came up because I was talking to Big Al Maxwell. And,
Okay.
And he was talking about, you said, man, we got a tool guy you need to get to know. So, man, this has been pretty good. And then you actually came over here with one of the manufacturers to do a demonstration.
We did. It was almost about 8 months ago, I believe.
Yeah. And I still don't have one of those cameras. It's pretty bad. Aaron Silva from Waxahachie. I know. Waxahachie, Texas, owner of Bahama Plumbing. Now, I don't know how well that name is going over in Waxahachie, Texas, but I love it. It's like, okay, where can I get away to? So I do. I like that. Caleb Barnes, Maryland Plumbing Apprentice. And we got Seattle. We got it. Yeah, Amber, I saw that from Alaska. I still hadn't seen your answer pop up. I will look back over here to see. That's because I didn't stay up to the lives. Got Big John in here. Mr. You Do It. How are you, sir? Man, that's another YouTube channel. Guys, you got to check it out just to see what all he does. One of the smartest guys in YouTube I know. Man, this guy can just create stuff, tools to help you do better. So it's really neat. Sean Yelton, Virginia Beach, small plumbing company, master plumber, gas fitter. Baltimore, Maryland, drain and camera. You know what, Big John, if you're still in here, which I'm assuming you are because I'm looking over at the live stream. I was looking for a tool a while ago that will do a live drawing, or let me say this, do a comment drawing live while on YouTube. I've got one with a different app. I don't have one I can use here, so I've got a different contest I'm going to do. But if you have one that you can recommend for me, you can either text me or put it in the comments, and I'll look it up and see if I can pull it up real quick. So Urban Van Life. Okay, so now I just looked over, and I want to say something. Rapunzel 1212 says, who in the chat thinks Ferguson when they need supplies, or do you first think Lowe's or HD? And now I got to tell you, when you're a company owner, you've got to be thinking, how can I order in bulk and get things in here to stock my lands? So I definitely think that way, but I got to tell you, when I'm out in the field, is what's the closest thing? Where can I get to get what I need? And if I can get to a supply house, that's great. It's how you run your business that's going to determine whether you make profit or not, though. And if you're out in the field thinking what's closer all the time, you're losing money already.
Right.
And I hate to say that, but man, I've seen it for years. Here we go. Mr. Urban Van Life says, I'm in English van building, YouTubing DJ. I tell you what, dude, you do some great van work. I promise. Ron Rogers is in Phoenix, Arizona, former plumber, current handyman, just small jobs. Pat Beechard, Canadian millwright. Ricky Kelly says, Bull City, Durham, North Carolina plumber. I like that. Mr.
That's
Lee.
my home state.
Is it really? North Carolina. Where from?
We're outside Charlotte, a little town called Belmont.
I actually got to go to Charlotte with Ferguson last year. Went to the Charlotte facility.
Oh, tour the facility there?
The pipe manufacturer.
Facility,
yes.
Right.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
Yeah, beautiful foundry.
It really is. And to get in, get to talk to them, see how the pipe's made, see how the fitting's made. Man, if y'all hadn't seen it, we did a video about it, and I tell you, it is phenomenal. Barrett Plumbing and Drain in Goodyear, Arizona, Tennessee, active duty Navy. Number one, Matthew, thank you for your service. I definitely do appreciate that. And Matthew, let me ask you this, and I'll try to look at the live stream, the live comments. because I'm still getting comments over there about where people are and what's going on. Matthew, what are you going to do when you get out? Is that why you're in here? You think about getting in the trades? The best one is a plumber. I can get people to vouch for me in here, but then again, there may be some people in here that say no, it's not.
Tool salesman's pretty
it
nice
happen.
too.
There you go. Jerm Newton says Blairsville, Georgia, and I do everything. Baba Franz or Baba Fans, New York plumber. We won't hold that against you. Are you now? Let me ask you, Baba. Are you in New York? Are you union or non-union? Because I know some great instructors over at Local One. So just curious. And Big John, you do it. I see you in here. I asked a question a while ago. I don't know if you heard me. Do you know anything that will do a live drawing or a drawing on the live out of the chats? Mr. Dustin DeWeese jumped in the house. Good afternoon to you. Good to see you. Yeah, and I am. Let me see how far behind am I? 16, 17. Yeah, I'm only 15 minutes behind on comments. First junior journeyman from Fort Worth. Texas retired, but love learning new things. Hamptonshire, work in a kitchen. Buffalo, New York. Delta. Annapolis, Maryland. Near Bastrop. Second year apprentice from Ontario, Canada. Now, Ferguson goes into Canada too. Ferguson's pretty much.
Yes, our division up there is Wolseley, Canada.
Wolseley?
Yep.
Yeah, I used to have a girl, Wendy. Oh, no. God, who was she with? She wasn't with Ferguson, but she dealt with Ferguson up there. Neat lady. Underground Utilities, Kingston, Kansas, YouTuber, and painter, gamer. Oh, I'm trying to read two different things at once. Kathy says, hi from New Hampshire. My boyfriend is a truck driver, and we have plumbing issues. You know what? If he's mechanically inclined, if he can change a tire on that truck, he can probably work on the plumbing. At least I hope so. What do you think? You're mechanically inclined. You understand tools. You work with tools. You're handy with them. Do you jump in and work on plumbing at your house? Do you?
I do try to do some the less technical type products or applications that I can get into. I'll do those. If I'm doing anything that's going to be rerunning any kind of pipes or looking at major drain service, I'm definitely hiring that out.
I love that. So, but before I go through here a lot further, do y'all have any questions? What kind of questions do you normally get at work where anybody in here can say, look, I've got a question either about Ferguson or about the tools or the hangers or any of that? I mean, you can tell we've got a lot of plumbers in here, which is a good thing.
A lot of my questions are application based and price. Where's the best price and the best product that I can get for my money? So it's important.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, especially nowadays. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is great. I get an email at least once a month saying water heaters are going up, plastic pipes going up, something's going up. What kind of increase have we seen on tools since, let's say, the beginning of 2021? Because that's probably when it all started, right?
That's when all the major increases came, yes. From a tool perspective, we haven't really seen a big price
I was fixing to say, I don't remember seeing anything about tools going up like that.
Yeah, most of the pricing is, there's less plastics in tools, more metal. You would think metal will be more expensive, but, you look at aluminum, things that are, bought domestically and made domestically, where a lot of tools are. Those prices just haven't hit us yet.
Notice he said yet. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at a comment over here while I'm doing that. But there is some plastic in tools.
There is.
Can we expect a price increase? Because, when we're having problems getting cars, we're having problems with things getting in off boats, into the dock so we can get them into people's hands. Is there going to be a shortage caused by that? And we just hadn't seen it yet because things have slowed down, or what?
As far as why we haven't seen shortages, I think you'll see some manufacturers prepared a little better than others. So you'll see maybe, this color has got a better return rate on their manufacturing products. But so far, the price increases have been absorbed by the manufacturer. For theirs, it's minor increases as far as percentages are concerned.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean we can't or we won't see something in the near future. With all the electronics, battery technology, most tools now are cordless. So you look at a lithium type product, and your batteries. So, then you get to EV vehicles as well. So those are all lithium type products also. So you're going to start seeing some competition going on there and some shortages with those products.
So guys, think about this. If you're thinking about tool purchases, you might think about it sooner than later because it may help you. And look, guys, I got to tell you, I got to be honest. I jumped a long way down into the chat just because I know that I'm not going to catch up being 20 minutes behind already. So good vibes from Chase B. He says, Steve, what pay for first year like over there? Well, Steve, I mean, man, you're moving to Hawaii. Does it matter? Steve is always looking for people in Hawaii. So sounds great to me. Virgil Page, commercial journeyman plumber out of Houston. I'm going to be in Houston May 24th, going down there for a big networking event. Steve Arloa says, urban van life. The only thing is we're in Hawaii on an island, so we only have so far we can go. Yeah, but you know what, brother, go in style. Byron Zimram says, how do I get my cable unstuck from a drain? Ben, here we go. There you go.
Oh boy.
Plumber got his cable stuck. Number one, does that happen very often?
No, it does not happen very often, I don't think.
Okay.
If they're using it appropriately, and when they hit that obstruction, they're using the tool appropriately, it shouldn't get stuck. I've seen more breakages than I have people getting the cable stuck.
And a breakage occurs because they get bound up, and
they get bound up.
They're like,
all
this
that
machine
kinetic
will do
energy
it.
just builds up, and then especially with a drum machine, a sectional, it's hard to stop it or hard to know you hit the obstruction. So that kinetic energy has to go somewhere. Either the cable's going to break, it's going to come back to the machine, and then now you got to go in with another cable and another auger and try to retrieve it.
And one thing you said, that's why we're giving away a sectional drain cleaner instead of a drum. If you've got 100 or 200 foot cable in your drum and you break it off somewhere around the middle, you've either got to cut your cable in half and hopefully you can get somebody to fix it.
Right.
Which can be done. But if you have a sectional, you go buy another 15-foot section and you've still got your 75 feet.
Right.
Or you have a couple extra ones in the truck in case you ever need to go over that.
Yeah. So a sectional, comes in 15-foot lengths. There's some that do, 7.5. And once you break it, that small little cable doesn't cost you a whole lot.
And it's just a spring. There's no center cable in it, nothing like that.
No center cable. Nope. It's a spring that builds up that kinetic energy. And so, yeah, it's a very economical tool from the time you purchase it till the time it's retired.
I love that. Now, I like this name, Mr. Chicken Snatcher. Pest Control Ground Supervisor. Yeah, that is. That's a good YouTube channel. I like that. So hello to Sean Strong. Oh, there it is right there. Jonathan Helm says, do you pay moving costs? Yeah. Hey, Sean or Mr. Steve, will you give me a job, pay me a whole lot of money? I don't want to do much work, but will you pay my moving costs too? Do you pay relocate fees? Because moving to Hawaii may not be that bad of a deal. Chase says, I always go to Court and Maine and Ferguson for my family company. More Supply or Ferguson. A drawing live on YouTube isn't a problem. You just need a free screen. There you go. I'll just free screen it then. On the go if needed. Lou, if needed, go to Home Depot. After you're out on the go. New construction plumbing. Finally got my license last week, Roger. Thank you for your motivational videos. Currently out of Arizona. Look, Arizona's a great place to be. Actually, I spoke there earlier this year, going back again. Fernando Castro, it'll be later. I'm not going to tell you exactly what time. It'll be whenever we can squeeze it in after we get through a whole lot of these questions, but it's definitely going to be later.
They have to be on.
I know, and they got to be here.
Got to be on.
Yeah, I got to be here because what I'm going to ask you to do is going to take you actually doing something. That way, I know. Maybe in a year or two I will. But Steve, really, I want to come now. Matt Thieves is Pittsburgh, PA plumbing apprentice. Says, hey, Steve, how are you? Steve and Chase. Much love from California commercial HVAC technician. Now, HVAC is something that Ferguson does a lot with too.
Yes, we do.
What's the percentage? Do you know, like plumbing versus HVAC?
Plumbing is our core. So it's probably 70, maybe 20 when it comes to that. And then another 10, we dabble in some other products as well, fire and fabrication. We do waterworks as well. So I'd say majority of it's plumbing though.
Yeah, there's a cool waterworks place out here that, man, when you go in it, it's like a completely different supply house. It's like, wow, wait, they make stuff like this? This is really cool. I love it. Jonathan says, I work for a company in Dallas. I am a leak locator, water and sewer, also a full service plumber. Yeah, Jonathan, like the, just you never know. Might have been able to pitch that if I moved my wife. Yeah. Hey, we can move to Hawaii. They're going to pay us. Good pitch. You're a good salesman. I like that. Chase B says it's very interesting how they make and test the pipe they make. I tell you what, if you're talking about Charlotte, since that's where I went, just to watch the process, watch how they take a resin, this white powder, and turn it into pipe, stretch it out, blow it out. I mean, man, they keep so much pressure on it, and it's just like one long section of pipe that just keeps going. It was so cool. And then to see how they label it, how they put a barcode on it, that barcode can tell them anything about that pipe. It is just really, really neat. Antonio Santiago says, my son is 5 years old and wants to meet you, Roger. I love doing stuff like that. You got Dustin DeWeese commenting too here below you. I got to meet his son, Wyatt. Man, that's my boy. Good kid. He says, North Carolina is so beautiful. Love riding motorcycles in that area. Tail of the Dragon is epic. I've been wanting to ride Tail of the Dragon. I've got friends that have ridden it, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, the Blue Ridge Mountains, that's definitely a place to put those bikes.
Yeah. Dustin DeWeese, good to see you in here, brother. Steve Arloa, good to see you. Okay, Baba's non-union. Fantastic. Andy Williams says, I'd rather get soaked than shocked as an electrician. That's why I became a plumber. Not really, but it sounds good. Makes the story sound better. Brandon, how you doing? Good to see you. Jeffrey Wilson says, I've been given a couple of tickets for races from Ferguson. A couple free hats and shirts, of course, but sure have never won free tools. Kind of hoping I do today. Well, Jeffrey, you're in the right spot. Melissa Church says, Belmont, bet you miss Bill's truck stop or classic in Denton. Belmont. And he's muddy. Of course you are. Liz Lizard Breath. I hope not. Business-wise, I think direct suppliers as a client. I think fast big box because of failure to play home projects. Man, if you're living, and look, I have nothing against either one of them. I think there's a need for both of them, but we've got to look at how we manage our trucks, our team, our men. It can make a big difference. Babe says he wishes he was union. Now, you deal with a lot of union contractors and non-union contractors.
I do, yes.
Any big difference from your point of view? Can you tell a difference?
Not necessarily. I think both are trained. As long as they get the training, they're both trained very, very well. The difference for me from a sales perspective, the union owners, they buy the tools, or the owners of the companies, whereas non-union, a lot of those tools are coming out of their own pocket. So they're a little more cautious with their dollars. But when it comes to as far as, the know-how, I think both are very, very good.
And one thing you said, you said it earlier, throwing that sewer machine in the back of the truck. I remember walking out to one of my vans one day, and, cameras aren't cheap.
No, they're not.
And literally one of my plumbers has just thrown the camera. I mean, it looks like they just literally stood in the back, heaved it up in the back of the truck, and or in the back of the van. And there's other stuff laying on it. And you get out there and, you see it as an owner and you're like, I just spent $12,000 on that. Plus every time you got to put it in to get the cable fixed, anything like that, it's another $1,000.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, we've spent about 20 grand on this camera, which when I bought the first one, I had it 2.5, 3 years, never in the shop. I took care of it. But you start handing it to plumbers and you're putting it in the shop every other month.
Right.
And it's crazy. number one, guys, don't throw them in the back of your truck, back of your van. It's not how it goes in. But what can people do to make stuff like that last longer? I mean, I know, number one, just take care of it.
Oh, of course. Well, so a camera, first and foremost, it is not a drain.
Now, there's a lot of plumbers in here that'll tell you, wait, yeah, it is. Once you get it in there,
Yeah.
you just push hard enough, it'll go through it.
Well, Ridgid does that demonstration where they take the camera head and they bang it on the table. It just shows you how durable that camera head is. But that's not what it's used for. It is not a ramming device. The cables that it's attached to is meant to feed it in. And that's where all your optical fibers and the cables are in. So that image is coming from that high-end camera. A big portion of those dollars are in that cable.
You mean
well.
that high-end hammer? Because they're using it like a hammer.
They are. So be careful. Use the tool for what it's designed for. These tools are designed for a specific job. So once you hit that obstruction, you know what it is. That's first and foremost. Now you pull out that camera, slide in your K60,
and you know what head
you're ready to go. You know what head to use right off the bat. You don't have to throw down an inspection auger. If you do want to use a drain cleaner with a camera, those K9s are really nice.
I'll tell you what, my guys loved them. So to get those in, have my guy come up to me and say, "Oh my gosh, we love this machine."
Right.
It is pretty cool. King of Treu says, "Hey, glad to be here. Plumbing apprentice in Atlanta, Georgia." Chase B says, "So glad I made it to the live stream from Virginia Beach." Trey in Wisconsin. You fixed frozen pipes. Okay, so here we go. This is the one I've been looking for. Miss Amber says, and I'm going to click this off so I can read it over here. Amber says, was born and raised here in Alaska. My husband has been here since he was 5. We just never left. After living here for so long, you just get used to it. It can get rough in the winter, but summers are beautiful. It's 40 degrees here today, so getting warmer. You know what, sister? Man, I am happy for you. Look, if you're someplace that you love like that, and I guess being born there, and I almost said this wrong. I almost said they just don't know any better. They don't know different. So, Amber, I'm sorry. I promise you I did not mean that bad. You would be down here and you'd be like, oh, my God, I hate the heat. How do y'all live here? And I understand that because we get asked that a lot.
Yes.
I mean, it gets over 100 degrees here.
It does. And there's quite a bit of humidity as well.
So it feels like a 200-degree day.
It does.
Maybe 120.
Got to take a couple of pairs of clothes with you during the day.
Yeah. And we were shooting a video out in the studio a while ago. I've got another studio. So y'all need to make sure next Wednesday you watch the video, because just on the other side of this wall, I have a new studio that, man, most of y'all, you wouldn't even believe it. Oh. It's pretty cool.
It's a beautiful setup.
I've had fun.
Yeah. It looks like a tool shop. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, like a tool shop on steroids. And it looks like it was built by a plumber. Just going to throw that in there. You might want to see it. Peter Garcelon says, Hudson sold me a camera set up with the help of Ridgid. Awesome service. Ferguson Tools and Safety is a hidden gem. Helped with my safety equipment also. And here's the deal. I reached out for sponsorship, and I even asked my people, my community, before I did it. It's like, guys, look, would it bother y'all if I started getting sponsors? Because, I mean, look, you saw that studio. It ain't cheap to build stuff like that. You saw there's 3 cameras out there. There's 3 cameras in here. There's 3 cameras in there. It's not cheap to do the things that we do.
Right.
But, man, I love that I get to do it. So when I started looking for sponsorship, I'm like, look, who do I use? Who gives me the best service? And we started looking at Ferguson, and it turned out to be a great deal. So I loved it. Steve Arloa says, Jonathan Helms is a big move. It is a big move, but worth it. Made the move from Detroit 13 years ago. Best decision. Yeah, if I was moving from Detroit to Hawaii, I would say that would be a good decision. That would be a smart. Yeah. I mean, I could move from Dallas to Hawaii. It'd be a good decision. Boo Boo says, thank you for all the inspiration and your videos. Tanya Santiago says, looking into a change in career from the health field to plumbing. This is neat because, and this is something I talk about quite often. I really think, you deal with a lot of plumbing companies. Everybody's looking for help these days.
Yes. Oh yeah. Even we are. I mean, it's finding someone to run a forklift or pull orders or even go out there and just hit the streets. It is tough to find someone these
Man,
days.
it is ridiculous. And I have people reach out all the time and say, I want to get into the trades. What trade can I make the most money in? Well, you make the most money in the one you love the most, because you're going to learn the most. You're going to be the best. You're going to always want to learn. But I really think, and that's why I'm saying this, Antonio, my thought process is you get into the trades now. I really think in about 5 years, plumbers, probably electricians and HVAC techs are going to be making about $100 an hour on a check, because supply and demand. Because right now, the average age of plumbers in Texas is 58 years old, right where I'm at. Imagine 5 years from now, that 63, that's when people are thinking about retirement. And for every 10 people that retire each year, only 4 or 5 are getting back into the trades.
Right.
Supply and demand is going to kick in. Hey, we don't have enough plumbers. We've got to charge more money. And it's really going to happen. So great time to get in the trades.
I have 2 boys, and they're getting in the age where they're looking at college or, trades. And I've got one going to college, one wants to be a welder in trades. Both are very well supported. It's to a point where tradespeople are what makes this country run. They put it together, right? And if we don't have them, we'll know pretty quickly when those toilets start backing up.
We will. And this is something, and I'm actually having some wristbands made. And, it says Roger Wakefield and the trade talks on one side, but on the inside, it says blue collar workers are the original thought leaders. And this is something I mention a lot because, think about it. Blue collar workers built the first building, the first house, the first office, the first everything. When you walk outside and look around you, anything you see that was built or is being repaired, it's by tradespeople. Mm-hmm. And to me, that is literally what America's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Building and repairing, making it better each and every day.
And here's a good note. Probably the best inventors too.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we come up with some cool stuff.
That's right.
Whenever you were talking about industrial hangars, I ran a big job out at the airport, and it's where we were running 20 inch and 14 carbon steel, and then 14 or 16 and 12. So for chill water and heating water. And I was buying 42-foot randoms, and literally the tramway under A terminal and E terminals where we were trying to put this pipe. Mm-hmm. And actually E terminal was just like a tram from one end to the other. A terminal was a little bit different. But whenever we started looking at how we were going to run these 4 carbon steel lines all the way around, it's about a half mile. And I sat down one day and came up with an idea of a skid that I could put on top of a piece of pipe, strap the pipe to it, mm-hmm. take a SkyTrack, pick it up, and drive. Because they were like, you're going to have to get these oxes, these 4-wheel carts. Right. You're going to have to manhandle them all the way around. And I'm like, man, and I drew this thing up. I had one of our welders build it, brought it out, put it on a SkyTrack, put it on. We could drive that SkyTrack 20 miles an hour carrying a 42-foot double random.
Wow.
20-inch pipe.
That's heavy.
And I had the entire tunnel stocked in under a month. They told me it'd take 6 months just to stock it. Imagine what that did for my labor. Cut it immediately. So yeah, necessity is the mother of everything.
Mother of all inventions.
EJG says Fax as a mechanic, also from New Hampshire, but shade tree and just about everything. Aren't we all? All but electrical. I don't do much of that. Brett Crabtree says, have you ever plumbed in a different state? No. You know what? I never have. I've plumbed over Texas. I've been down to Austin. I've helped out in Houston and San Antonio. I've never done big plumbing jobs or anything, but I've helped out down there. Sean Strong says, never mind, kids aren't doing speeches today. Man, you lost me there. Lizard Breath says, Kathy, I believe in you. You can do it. And I guess I missed Kathy's comment. Look, guys, I jumped down. I'm 20 minutes behind again. We got a lot of comments coming in. I get it. We got a big crowd in here tonight, which is good. We are going to be giving away a Ridgid K60 here in just a little while. So I'm jumping down to the bottom, coming up again. Guys, if you've got a question you really need to get answered, put a Q in front of it. I'll try to scroll down and hit those here in a little bit. Also, I've got Sean Strong in here. I've got Steve Arloa in here. I've got some good plumbers that are really great about answering questions. If you have not seen it or done it, I'm trying to think if I have that here or not. I used to. You can jump into our subreddit and our Discord. Number one, and let me see. We got some thumbs up this time. This is good. Yeah, if you hadn't done it yet, give us a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, you may want to do that. And I'm just going to tell you because, man, we got a cool giveaway tonight, but we're going to start doing giveaways each and every month. It's going to be something different. We're looking for fun things to do, but it's going to be good. And Sean Strong has put in the links. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go ahead and lock it up top. So these are the links to the Discord and the subreddit, and they're great places for your questions. Like I said, if you've got a question, just put a Q in front of it down here like Aaron just did, and Calmat, let me see. If he says, Roger, you can skip forward as needed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Young Us Thug says, any words of advice for a plumber in school? Yeah, number one, don't quit learning. And this is something that I talk to plumbers about, or talk to tradespeople about, really. When we get into the trade, we want to be a plumber. And, I know that I started with Citywide Plumbing in Garland a long time ago. And I got in, and you get in with that mindset, I want to be a plumber. Once you get your plumbing license, you stop. You're like, I'm good. I'm making the check. I'm getting paid. I don't have to do nothing else. But man, there's so many opportunities after that. You can literally move up. You can be a foreman, a superintendent, a general manager. I worked at Denali. I'd moved all the way up to director of operations. Man, you can do a lot of good things, but you got to keep learning.
Right. Number one thing.
Communications, leadership, management. There are so many different things to learn.
You should never think that you know it all.
Well, I think we know we don't know it all, but I don't think that plumbers understand that there is a way to learn and grow, and not just plumbers, any trade. Does Ferguson have fire stop? Yeah, they carry FS1, don't they?
Yes. Actually, FS1's Hilti.
Okay.
We're carrying a great new fire stop now. Hydroflame. Hold right.
There we go.
Hold right makes it. Yep.
So yes, I like that. I like that. I got permission to skip forward. Calvin GT says, expansion tank question. After a shower pressure climbs up 20 PSI. Don't know why it should climb, but okay. Have a 50-gallon water heater, 2-gallon expansion tank. Wife loves the high water temperature. Incoming main pressure is 50 PSI. Do I need a larger 4-gallon tank? I don't think that's going to change your pressure any. That shouldn't change your pressure. You shouldn't lose that much pressure. And I don't know why I don't know. Sean Strong, are you a math formula person? Expansion tank question. After a shower, pressure climbs up 20 PSI. Man, you shouldn't be losing 20 PSI taking a shower. I would think that, is it a newer house? Do you have PEX? Could you have reduced size fittings that are creating a flow control? I don't know why it would jump 20 PSI afterwards. Because, man, what kind of PSI do you have at your house? Do you know?
I don't have.
Mine's close to 100.
Didn't know I needed to know.
Yeah, and you really don't. It's funny because if you go to sell your house, the home inspector is going to come out and say, well, it's got to be between 40 and 80. And then the home buyer is going to say, well, the home inspector said, y'all got to put a pressure reducing valve. I'm like, God, we've had 100 pounds of pressure in Dallas for the last 50 years. It's not going to blow anything apart. Aaron Go Lightly says, 16 years old, just started plumbing. Any tips for new plumbers? And is not being in the union okay? I was not in the union the first 17 years of my career. Did fine, learned a lot. To me, if you're open shop, you're probably working residential possibly service, could be new construction. Union is big in commercial in the Dallas, Texas area. Now, it may be different around the state. I know Houston does some service, Local 68, but you don't have to be union to be a good plumber. I promise. Homeowner plumbing tools. Man, this is a good one. If you're a homeowner, what kind of tools do you have at home?
Oh, basics. When
Channel locks, crescent
yeah,
wrench, screwdriver.
Torpedo level, old 12-inch pipe wrench, hacksaw, all the screwdrivers and nut setters you can think of.
Manly man tools.
Yes.
It is. You're right. It's just the tools.
Yes. Yeah. Tape measures. I've got 6 tape measures.
Can you find one when you need one?
No.
See, that's the way I am. I'm like you. Oh, well, yeah, I'm blaming that too. Yeah. When I need a tape measure, I cannot find one.
No.
And it's because I've probably got 6 around the house too. Yes. All right. That's a good one though. And I'll tell you what I do like. I love having a tool bag just for home because I'll put stuff in drawers in 20 different drawers. I've got to go to 20 different drawers because I need stuff. But if I've got a bag and I know right where it is, I can always go to that bag. And then whenever I'm done with something, I'm like, I'm putting this right back in the bag. And that helps a lot.
Well, I've been using the new Milwaukee Pack Out.
Yeah.
That's been pretty cool. So I'll have my plumbing tools in one, I'll have my electrical tools in another. I just grab and go as I need, all labeled.
That's pretty cool. I do like that. I use my Ferguson bucket. Works great. Just saying. Cannon says, I'll take a Yeti. I'll tell you what, man, I finally got in touch with a lady, Lisa. I am actually having about 24 of these made right now. Man, this one's unique because my sister made it for me. As you can, or if you can see, it says Roger, the expert plumber on the bottom. It's got this good looking mug on one side. It's got the YouTube logo on the other. I'm trying to design some, so I'm doing stuff with a lot of the different logos, different platforms I'm on, stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Street Gamer says union bad. Union's not always bad. If you want to do commercial, here's what I like about the union. And I've got videos about this. I think Local 100 in Dallas sucks, but that's the union themselves. The companies in it are really good. And it's not the union itself, it's the management. And the fact that the national UA doesn't jump in and help control it. They're like, they can do whatever they want to do. Union's good. You've got a lot of work. You get a good education for the most part. I think a lot of the union training centers are fantastic. That's why I asked a while ago if Baba was in the union in New York. Local One's got one of the best plumbing instructors I've ever met, John Cullen, and he's fantastic. So there's a lot of things I love about the union. I just think that they weren't good for me once I started my own company, and they didn't help. They didn't do the things they told me they do. So I don't think the union's a bad thing. I just think you got to know what you want. But you got to know what you want out of anything. If you get a job as a plumber, some people are going to say, well, plumbing sucks. You get poop on you.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes you do. Electrician sucks. Sometimes you get shocked. Okay. If you do things wrong, you can. You got to know what you're getting into. Service it at home. Giveaway to move to Hawaii and work with Steve Arlo is a good idea. I'll see if I can get Ferguson to fit the bill on that. Cannon says, here's some advice. Keep learning. Man, that's what it's all about right there. But that's what I talked about. We talk about different things. We talk about not just learning, but positivity, being optimistic, recruiting for the trades. And when you're doing things like that is what will help keep our trades going. You've always got to be learning. You've always got to be optimistic. You've always got to have that positive mindset, and you always have to be recruiting people in. But then you also need to remember, plumbers protect the health of the nation. That is why I think plumbers are probably more prideful than a lot of other trades, because we take that serious. And then, just loving the trades in general. That's what's going to help us fill these retired positions that are emptying out quickly. Jeffrey Wilson says switched over to YouTube from Facebook. So Jeffrey, if you can comment down in here, which I know you can over here, I'm looking on the live stream now. Is it better on Facebook? Is it better on YouTube, or can you tell a difference? Devin Meek says, you do make more in the union, but you'll be driving a personal vehicle for a while. I'm going to disagree with you there, because if you're doing service, you cannot drive your personal vehicle. Matter of fact, you can get in trouble for driving your vehicle if you carry tools in it, move around. There's a lot of things, and that's why I love talking about it. I was in the union for about 20 years. I was open shop for about 17. Is that right? Man, I've been plumbing way too long. So I'm good at, I can talk about all of it. I've been through it. I've lived it. I've done new construction. I've done service. I've done construction or commercial. I've done residential. Man, I can't say it, but I can talk about all of it. BHDM says, love construction. Hello, Mr. Jonathan Helms. Does Ferguson have fire stop? We talked about that a while ago. Danny Gregory, question. Is it common practice for people to caulk pedestal sinks together and to the floor because it makes it harder to work on when you cannot move that stuff? I'm going to tell you, I try not to ever caulk mine. I do love setting it all up and anchoring the top to the wall. That way nobody can pull it over on themselves. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves, but I normally don't caulk. I hate that they say it's code to caulk a toilet. I'll caulk like 90% of it. I'll caulk the front edge, but if there's a leak up under it, I want it to come out underneath. Right. What programs do you recommend in Dallas for plumbing apprenticeships? Two different ways to go. You can contact PHCC and find out who in Dallas is a PHCC provider in that organization, or check out Local 100. Man, comment of the night right there. Jeffrey Wilson says, I wanted to be a superhero. That's why we get into plumbing. Claire Turner says, any chance you can get a Twitch giveaway? I don't think that they're going to do that. It sounds like a great idea. I might be able to get an old rental company that's got one that they would love for somebody to just come pick up and haul away. Sounds good. Fees has a question. Roger, if you want, can you give my wife away next month, and that will free me up to move to Hawaii? Please, I'll add some cash. You know what? We can talk about that. I need to write that down. That's a good one. That's pretty good. Which plumbing code is used in Texas? Normally it's IPC, but each municipality can choose their own code and the addendums. So if you're going to work in a city, you need to check and see what code it is, but you also need to know what the addendums are and study them often. Rip Lucky Flip says, I really need to move from my company. No way I'll ever move up unless I get my master's plumbing license. Even then, I will always be a service tech. Soon, slowly, but surely I will be out of here. Here's the deal. Look, being a service tech, there's nothing wrong with. And Rip Lucky Flip, what I'll tell you is, as a service tech, and you can ask Sean Strong about it, man, you're the hero. You get to go in and save people. But, and I don't know if Dustin is still in here or not, but you can make really good money as a service tech if you know what you're doing. And it's knowledge, skill sets, and having everything on your truck you're going to need that'll put you in that position. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Chase C says expansion tank sizing is based on 2% of total storage capacity. That's why you need your CPE, your certified plumbing engineer, to do all that. Look for the PRV. And that's it. There may be a PRV reducing your pressure. After a shower, it climbs up from 50 to 70. There's something wrong there. You may be right. There could be a PRV. It could be a lot of different things. Sean Strong says, math. I grew up in Oklahoma. Why would you ask me a math question? You're right. You're right, brother. I forgot about that. Peace and love to you, man. I'm sorry. Is the expansion tank properly set? That's right. Is it turned the right direction? Right side up, upside down, sideways, inverted? Don Shrew says, if she lacks heat and the city pressure is high, look at flash tankless water heater. There you go. Point of use. 4-gallon tank is small. Okay, Danny Gregory, I got to tell you, man, here in Texas, it's a little different. Like I said, I've got 100 PSI at my house. But remember, you got Dallas, and as it expands out, they just got to keep pushing up that pressure to push the water further out. When more people are using it, you don't go in and rebuild the infrastructure. You increase the pressure. And I know that there should be pressure reducing zones all around, but that's why when people buy houses here, a new home inspector or a home inspector will go out, and if the water test anything below 40 or above 80, they're saying, look, you need to fix this. It's not always easy to do. Joshua Tassie's in the house, because maybe it's how I'm reading it, but it sounds like he's saying it jumps to 70, 75 PSI. Yeah, but it looks like after the shower. Steve Arlois got 75 where he's at. And you know what? That's probably, look, I wouldn't mind it if it was at 80. It wouldn't bother me at all. I'm just saying what we've got. When is the giveaway? Got to go soon. Probably in the next 15 minutes or so. Okratos MC, shark bite is garbage for water lines. Got it. But what do you think about shark bite drainage fittings? Haven't used them, but I've seen them at the local Ace Hardware. Now, I have not seen the shark bite drainage fittings. I've seen Charlotte's. And I got to tell you, my thing is, number one, there should never be the type pressure that's on a water line on a sewer line. I mean, think about it. If it backs up, you're talking, say, 3 feet at 0.4231 pounds per foot. You're talking under a pound of pressure, say a pound and a half. If it's a full 3 feet, it shouldn't blow apart. So I don't have any problem with it. Let me ask you this: have you used it? Have you seen it or used it? The Charlotte push together fittings?
I have not.
I've seen, man, I saw it just the other day. It looks good, and I got to tell you, and this is something I did. I went to, there's a product called Centrotherm, and Centrotherm is a vent type product for, say, tankless water heaters. And if you ask any tankless manufacturer, they'll tell you use CPVC for the vent pipe. We're fine with it. But if you contact Charlotte or Spear or somebody, they're going to say, hey, our pipe is not made for that. And if you go back and look at code books, it always says per the manufacturer's recommendation. Well, the tankless water heater manufacturers can say use PVC, but if Charlotte is saying, hey, don't use it, we're not made for that, you better be careful what you're using. So, look and see, what does code allow? Is it going to let you use push together fittings for drainage pipe or anything like that in your area? Samuel says Humboldt City in Tennessee is 25 PSI as a minimum. I'm miserable and still trying to get my dang shower fixed. Man, at 25 PSI, good luck. I'm trying to think. You're going to need, I know that they make shower heads for low pressure. And it's almost like the residential fire sprinkler heads. They're made to push water further at a lower pressure. Man, I'd be looking for one of those real hard. I know Steve Arloa. I know most fixtures aren't rated for anything above 80. They're not rated for it, but they'll handle it. Bobby Parker says hello from Wichita Falls. Parker's Plumbing. Good to have you in here. Amy Porter says, I've only been outside of Alaska one time. That was Redding, California. So you're absolutely right. I don't know any better. Promise you, I didn't mean that. I did not mean that in a bad way, Miss Amber. Not at all. I have 3 nieces who live in Texas. Cool. What part of Texas? So definitely need to plan a trip there. My brother moved from Alaska to Texas and then back to Alaska. Man,
I just shook my head.
I'm like, I know. I'm thinking, how could anybody come here and want to move back?
Well, that's obvious. That's his.
Hey, George Strait, we'll tell him about that. Only thing my wife will need to be shipped overnight to whoever wins her. Otherwise, she will get cranky and break out. Man, I tell you what, it's a tough
trying
one.
to get rid of it.
Fee, I know. James Brown says Kansas Jayhawks win tonight. Let's go. Got $100 on it.
Oh boy,
man! I tell you what, North Carolina looked good. I wanted Duke to win. I got to admit it, but I just wanted it for Coach K. I think, man, he's good he's been really good for basketball.
Oh yeah, it's Tar Heels all the way for me.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Okay, got another super chat here. Number one, Shootworks, thank you very much. It says, I'm 31 and do handyman work. Trying to find someone who's young and interested in getting into this kind of work is hard. The guy I work with is 70 and can't do much, but has a lot of knowledge. The future looks bleak. I'd say it's just the opposite. I think your future looks great. If he's the guy you work with, he's not going to be doing it forever. So you're going to have an opportunity to either step out on your own and do good things or start your own thing. Now, finding somebody else, you've got to, what I would do is start going and talking to the high schools, go to the shop classes, woodworking, metalworking, anything that they've got, and just start getting in there and talking to them and say, hey, man, I'm looking for somebody that wants a job right out of school. What is required license wise in your area? Is anything required? Man, the opportunity's there. You got to figure out how to knock it out of the park.
I think the key to that, what he said, is the guy has a lot of knowledge. When I first got into the tool sales industry, sales in particular, when I was in Washington, D.C., there's 3 associates there that I really leaned on. And these are the guys who used to push a broom in a warehouse, and now they're the top salesmen, kind of built Ferguson, so to speak. So I made it a point to make sure I learned as much as I could from those guys, because I knew that my future wasn't because these guys are retiring. It's because these guys have the knowledge and the experience that they can pass along to me, and I can put that into my business and into how I do things.
I love that. So, and this next question is really good. It says, there's a plumbing school by my house that says they can teach the basics in 100 hours. It costs about $4,000. Your thoughts, if that's worth it for someone with no experience? Number one, I'd ask where you're located. But my thought is, man, 100 hours, that's 2.5 weeks. Do you think somebody can learn enough of the plumbing basics in that amount of time that $4,000 would be worth it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, see, I don't either. Sean, Steve, what do y'all think? Because my thought is, you got to be very careful. There's a lot of people. That's why my training classes that I do, people are like, well, do I get a certificate? I can't. I can give you a certificate. It's going to say, hey, you took my class. It's not worth anything. I'm afraid you'd be getting into the same thing. Now, I'm not saying, look at this a couple of different ways. Number one, what is the licensing like in your area? Do you have to have a master to own your own company, a journeyman, a contractor's license? What's it take? You need to look at that. Because, man, don't get me wrong. I think if I could hire someone that understood how to use power tools, that could maybe repair a faucet, rebuild a toilet, there's certain things I think that I could teach. I've looked at this before. I think that I could teach with trainers, because I've got trainers for toilets, for water heaters, for tankless water heaters, for lavatories, for kitchens, for disposals. With the trainers I've got, I really think that I could teach somebody in 10 weeks. So you're talking 400 hours. And that would be 2 days a week in the shop and 3 days a week out in the field with a plumber, getting practical hands-on experience, because that's what it's going to take. And that's the way I'd look at it. James Brown says union is good for him. 3 years, lots of money, and a good pension. Bobby Parker says 6-in-1 channel locks and a flashlight, plumber starter kit. But pretty daggum close. Well, where's one I saw coming over here? Says, hey, will somebody pay me $4,000 to teach them plumbing in 100 hours? And there's a lot of people out there that probably take you up on that. Yeah, the mad, why pay to learn when you can get paid to learn? And guys, that's the thing, is you can get a job for an open shop company. Even if say they only start you at $10 an hour, which if anybody put it in the comment, hey, I'm starting as an apprentice, I'm making $10 an hour, I say you need to look for another job already, because you could get paid more we're paying green plumbers $15 to $17.50 an hour to start out green, so you can do more. But why not get a job open shop and learn? Man, even if you go to work there for say 10 weeks, like I said, at $10 an hour, that's 400. They're paying you $4,000 instead of you paying $4,000.
Right.
That's a big turnaround.
And commercially, there's also companies who will actually pay you to go to school and get that education while you're working and apprenticing for their shop.
And that's where I talked about PHCC. There's also CEF, the Construction Education Foundation. TD Mechanical is one of the large mechanical contractors here in Dallas, and they send people to CEF all the time.
Right.
And it's like an apprentice training program. You come in, you learn how to do things, everything from blueprint reading, which is what I taught in the union, but blueprint reading to rigging to soldering and brazing and math and science. There's so many cool things, so it is pretty cool. Yeah, 4K, they pay you to go to trade school here. Absolutely. He says, I can help with some merch and Yeti designs. If interested, let me know. Where should I reach out? Man, I've already got them about done. It sounds good, but look, if any of y'all aren't connected with me and you want to, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. And I believe you're over on LinkedIn too, because I think you and I are connected.
Yep.
You ever look at it?
I do.
Do you?
Almost daily.
Yep. So Mike Hudson,
not as much as I should,
over on LinkedIn, and that's where I'm definitely at. Matt says, I don't know if I'll get in. Brother, keep trying. Daniel Gomez, good to see you in here, my brother. Talk about a good coach to have. Sean Strong says, I wouldn't pay for 100 hours of education. You can watch Roger's video and join the Discord. Ask all the questions you want for free. And every time you make a mistake, take pictures of it and put it on the subreddit, and we'll have something to make videos about. We can all laugh with you. James Brown says, plumbers protect the health of the nation, but the Prez is going to kill us all. Man, not just, I think you meant press there. So, Roger, hope you're having a great night. I am. Man, we're going to go ahead and do something because, man, I was looking for a way to do this that would be something cool where you could see it on screen, and they don't have that tool over here. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to do something different next time. But what I'm going to do, I've got a number written down on this piece of paper. And I literally just wrote it a while ago when I walked in. And Mike saw me write it. He didn't see the number. I didn't want him to text anybody. I know. Didn't want him to text anybody. But what we're going to do, and you're going to have to be in here. So there's 100 people in here right now. I don't have 100 thumbs up, so there's something wrong. I'm giving away a Ridgid K60. And the good thing is Ridgid's going to make sure you get it. So I'm sure they'll reach out to Ferguson and say, hey, they're going to come to the nearest Ferguson. They're going to pick it up. Boom.
And it's not just a K60.
It's the complete setup.
Complete kit. So you're getting cables, you're getting 75-foot of cable, and you're also getting the toolkit that comes along with it. So everything you need to get started right away.
And I thought I brought my notes in. And I didn't. And you didn't either.
I did not either.
But you know what? Watch this. I know how to do this. I'm gonna tell you the good stuff about it real quick, just because that's the way I roll. All right, so we're talking the Ridgid K60 SP sectional drain cleaning machine. Powerful, half-inch horsepower motor develops 600 RPM cable speed, resulting in greater line clearing capacity. Easy to use, simple adjustment knob allows the use of 5/8 and 7/8 sectional cables. That's neat because literally you don't have to change the machine. You don't have to pull this spool off, put another one on. You've got an adjustment. It's easy to do. Instant acting clutch. If you don't know it, this is a sectional machine. You put your section in, you push it down, the clutch starts making it spin. You pull it up, it stops. Guys, it's phenomenal. It's portable, weighs 41 pounds. You can pick it up, carry it up a ladder easily. So you can carry it up by itself. You carry a drum up that's got your 5 15-foot sections in it of 5/8 or 7/8. This one comes with 5/8. They can order a 7/8.
Sure can. Yep. And I would say, carry them up separately. You got to have 3 points of contact on that ladder.
Always.
So always be safe.
Safety glasses and gloves, as you'll see the video a week from Wednesday.
Yes.
We put ours on when we started playing with it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Be sure to use a rear guide hose. That's important.
Man, that's huge. I mean, that's going to keep you from making a mess. But the neat things too is this is serviceable, and it's so serviceable even a plumber can do it.
That's right.
I mean, I don't mean that bad, but we normally don't work on our equipment. But this is really you take out 2 bolts, pull it off.
Right.
You've got your gears in there that the plumber can swap out, and it keeps you from sending this back to the maintenance.
Yes, this tool should be 10 years before it needs to be repaired.
If you lube it once every 3 months like you're supposed to. And let me see, you get the machine with the standard equipment, operator mitt, which is cool, the 6012 rear guide hose, the toolkit, the cable kit, standard equipment cable, that's your 5/8, 5 sections. That says 7/8. Not sure which cables you're going to get, but you will get a complete section of cable.
The complete kit.
It looks like it's the 5/8 and the 7/8. Am I right? I just want to make sure. Right here, you've got a cable kit.
62 cable kit. So it is a 7/8 cable.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Okay. That's cool. No, then you get the 8-foot cable carrier, which is the A8 cable carrier, which is the spool. You get a straight auger, a funnel auger, a spade cutter, retrieving auger, shark tooth cutter, a toolbox, and the pin key. You get the left-handed mitt, which is cool. And it's like a metal mitt. It's a mitt that's got metal inserts in it. So when you grab that cable just slides. It doesn't grab your hand and spin it around. So, guys, here's the deal. Ferguson sells to professionals. You've got to have a plumbing license. Okay? This is not just for somebody to get and sell. If you're not a plumber, don't play. I'll have to do it again next week. This is for a professional. So, man, I'm asking, look, if you're not a licensed professional, please don't get in the game. But if you are, man, I want to give this away. Mike wants to give it away. Ferguson wants to give it away. Remember, this is sponsored by Ferguson. If you have not done it yet, go over to Ferguson.com, go to the Ferguson Facebook page, and I will make sure that I contact them, and we will make sure a post gets put in there about who the winner is. So this could really be a cool deal for y'all. All right, let's see. Man, look, we reached 117 likes. We did something good. All right, here's what we're going to do. Now, what are these numbers in here for already? All right. Oh, we've got people guessing already. Oh, this is funny. Okay, so see, I'm going to put a stop in here just so I know. Okay, so I know when it starts. So Colton, I know you're in here. Colton's a moderator for me. Sean's a moderator for me. And nobody knows. And see, I've already put stop in. So here's the deal. You've got to guess a number between 0 and 1,000. And see, anybody who's guessing early, it don't even count. You get one guess. If I see you go in and guess multiple times, and we can go back and look at the replay and see who's cheating, because we're not going to allow that. So here's what you're going to do. And guys, this is live. We're talking live right now. You're going to guess a number between, see, those of y'all already guessing, man, you ain't even going to get in it. And you're going to be like, well, why didn't I get it? I got the number right. Here's the deal. You're guessing a number between 0 and 1,000 without going over. Go. And I'm going to look. I'm going to get Mike to help me look. Well, not yet. I don't even want to pull the number up yet. If you're in here, guess a number between 0 and 1,000 without going over. And I keep looking, and I'm looking over on the live stream because, and man, they're coming in quick. I know. And man, I got a ton of them coming in over here too.
Maybe you got to do a like and a number. If you got a like and a number, that's the way to go.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm gonna go back and see. Did you like it? And are you subscribed? You know, there's a lot of things. If you're not subscribed, I'll be like, dude, why would I want to give you anything? I hadn't seen it yet. Now we've got some that are getting really close. Give it to me, Roger.
Wrong number.
I know. All right. I still don't see it yet. I'm just telling you. We've got some pretty close. I don't even know where my stop was. Yeah. This one here's. Oh, and see, this one's close. That one's close. Spill this on all my electronics. That would not be good.
Okay.
So now Mike knows what the number is. And look, I had this written down before the show even started. And I'm scrolling through looking. So this one, I thought I saw one that was really, really close. Maybe not. I know this is exciting, isn't it? Now remember, I said without going over, so we're gonna have to go back. That one just over it. Oh, just.
That's fine.
I know. It really
suspense
is
killing me.
I know, because I'm like, okay, we're gonna see that number pop up in a minute. It's gonna be like, there it is. Man, we are so close. No, you can't guess more than once. So if you have, and look, we're going to go back through. I got people guessing back to back to back to back. We're going to go back to yes, just one guess. And I haven't seen the number yet. Have you?
I have not. Nope.
And let me scroll. Okay, everybody stop for just a minute. Everybody stop. I'm gonna scroll back up, just because as far as it'll let me go. We're scrolling through it just to look, just to see. All right. And I will go through this again tomorrow to double check. And I said the highest without going over. Sean retracted his own message. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking. Do you see anything close? I don't right now, but I did earlier. But they were close, but a couple of them were over. Like there's over.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, I'm saying a lot over.
Okay, that's the closest one so far.
Which one?
That one. On the bottom.
Right here?
Yeah.
No, we got something closer than that. Oh, it just jumped on me. I hate when it does that. And people keep guessing. So
the same guesses too.
I know, and it keeps yeah. Now they're going in, retracting their old guess, saying, "Well, I need to put in a new one." That's pretty smart. But I get to see that too. It is just one guess.
Could be your age.
Yeah, it could be. We're guessing on who gets to go on a date with Roger. Yes, we are. Okay. So close. All right. I have not seen it in here. Have you?
No, I have not.
I know. And man, I mean, I keep going back through it again and again and again. This one here is close. Write that one down there. So this is okay. So we found somebody close. Let's see. We got Fraser O'Keefe in here. Good to see you, brother.
Hello, Fraser.
All right. He's got a cool tool. The inside cutters, Tiger Shark, amazing. Diamond blades. All right. So I'm going to tell you, it looks like we have a winner. Close without going over. And I do not see another guess by this person. Now I just will have to find out if they have a license. And I'm kind of going through it slow, just double checking.
Be sure to click that like button.
Yeah. Hit the like. Make sure you're subscribed. Because if I go in there tomorrow and check and they ain't subscribed, I'll be like, really? Why'd they do that? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ooh, wait. I saw another one right there. Where'd it go? No, I saw another one.
Right there. Nope, that's not it.
No. Yep. Yeah, both these just a little above it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now. And I'm gonna put contest over in here just so we know. And then I'm gonna put the number in here so y'all know. All right, so there's the number that I was looking for, and I put contest over. So if you think that your number was close to 847 without going over, do me a favor. You can put your name in there. Yeah, now I've got people putting in 846. Boy, you're good. And he says, nah, I guessed a bunch of times. There you go. Brendan Goodrich says 847. If you think you guessed really close to that without going over, put your name down in the bottom and say, I got it. And I'm going to go in and look through this tomorrow. Right now, it looks like his last name is the closest at 836. We will have fun going through here and seeing what we can do. Guys, here's the deal. I want to do giveaways like this all the time. And just so y'all know, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's too bright. There we go. You can see that 847. Just so you know, this is the number I wrote down on here. Had it right here under the edge. Pulled it out. I don't have numbers written on anything else in here. We will find a better way to do it where it actually draws on screen from people who are in here. I know that some different live streaming products have software that does it. But here's my deal. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you ring the bell. That way you know about these things going on. The video about the Ridgid K960 or Ridgid K60 is, we shot it earlier. It'll be up a week from Wednesday. It is a cool machine. And if you're looking for a sewer machine, it's one that you may want. The sectional drain cleaning machine is phenomenal. It's light. It's easier to use. Fee, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So, guys, here's the deal. First of all, I want to say thanks to my cousin for coming in. He's been here most of the afternoon with me. I'm sure he's bored and tired and like, man, this has been a long day.
It's been a great experience. Thank you for having me,
been fun.
Roger.
It really
yes,
has.
It has.
It's kind of neat. It's neat to see. Steve Arlois says I put 8:42 at 12:26 p.m. my time. Steve, we will check. I think that was right. And it may be, I think it was right before I put stop because people were guessing early. Because I was like, man, that was really close.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I'm going to put in stop, and this is when it starts. So we can go back and check. And if you can scroll up that high, you can go check. But we can look at it tomorrow after it uploads. As you see, I've still got stop on the screen. It was anything that came in after that. And I don't know if it'll let me see when I put that in. I don't even know if I can scroll that high. Oh, wait, maybe I can. And I still got people. I'm just trying to scroll up to see my comment, and I may not be able. Yeah, it won't even let me go up that far, Steve. So what I'll do, I can scroll through it live tomorrow. Steve, if you want, man, Is Ferguson in Hawaii? Maybe we should go over and open a branch.
Well, we can at least deliver it personally for him.
There you go. There you go. I like that. Man, look, if you want, I will make daggum sure you get it. Guys, thank you very much. If y'all had fun doing this, man, give us a thumbs up if you hadn't. If you really like this video, if you would do this again, put a comment in here. Just say #yes. If this is something that you would do, I mean, look, we've had fun. We've enjoyed it. It was great to get Mike Hudson in here. I've heard about him for years, had him come over and do a class with us. It was great. Fraser says, thanks, Roger, and thanks to Mike. That was super fun.
Thank you, Fraser.
There you go. Steve says there's 2 Fergusons, one in town and another in Wapahoo. I'm in Dallas. Yeah. Matthew Geller says, I'm in Dallas. I'll come pick it up. So, yeah, people are saying, yeah, look, guys, this was fun. So what we're doing is first Monday with Ferguson. So the first Monday of every month, it's going to be a live stream in here. It's going to be sponsored by Ferguson. We're going to bring in manufacturers, salespeople. Hopefully we get, if there's anybody y'all really want to see, any of the big tool manufacturers, any of the product manufacturers, things that you want to learn about, man, shoot me a message. Let me know. Go to Ferguson's Facebook page and say, hey, I'd really like to see Roger do this. Man, we're looking for things that we can give back to the community. We've been going for an hour and a half. We've still got over 100 people in here. Man, we're doing something good. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you like it. I know that we're going good on Facebook. We're going good on YouTube. Man, we got a lot of people in here, and it's great. Again, this video is sponsored by Ferguson and Ridgid. Man, Ridgid stepped up and gave us a K60 sectional drain cleaning machine that I'm telling you, I was playing with it earlier. It's phenomenal. I bought 4 of them for my trucks like 6 months ago. Next is an amazing sewer camera. So we'll see what, not to give away, just that's what I need to buy next. So let me fix that. And I can't even find my comment to unclog it. Yeah, it's not going to let me take that off her. Maybe. Wait a minute. No, thought I found it. And I really want to find it just so I can show Steve where my stop was. Oh, took it off that way. There you go. See, they always give you a way to do it. Okay, we're going to have fun. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Once again, thank you to Ferguson. I do appreciate you sponsoring this video. Thank you to Ridgid. Thanks to Mike for coming in. Thanks to Steve Arloa. Thanks to Sean Strong, my moderators, for being here. They are fantastic. Sean says, thanks for being in here, Mike. Look, guys, we've had fun. We got a whole lot of yeses. Yes, sitting on the toilet. It's a great place to give a yes from. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. We will be doing this again, and we will be doing it soon. First Monday with Ferguson. Look for it, and hopefully we will see y'all here. I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP. Let me find my deal. There we go. I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.